Hello and welcome. My name is Arturo Castillo with BecomeASigningAgent.net. Today I'm going to be covering two very important documents that you'll be encountering in all refinance signing loans. They are the closing disclosure and the settlement statement. Now, they both are partially similar, but we're going to take a look at them individually. So let's start off with the closing disclosure.
Now, the closing disclosure. As of August 2015, the closing disclosure replaced the HUD-1 and the TILA, the Truth in Lending Act, in all refinance, seller, buyer, commercial, and construction loans. The borrower will generally receive this document 3 days before the signing, so they have plenty of time to review it and go over any questions they may have with their loan officer. Now, let's take a look at the closing disclosure a little bit closer. Now, if you take a look at the top left-hand corner under closing information, you will see it has the closing date, disbursement date, property information, and in this case, the sale price of the property. If the closing disclosure is for a refinance loan, then it'll state approximate property value in that area. If you are completing a refinance loan with the borrower and they are expecting funds back, then it is important to know where you can find the disbursement date. Now, moving on to the transaction information, you can see the main parties involved in this transaction. Now, moving down the page, we see their loan terms. This covers the loan amount, interest rate, principal and interest, prepayment penalty, and balloon payment. Now, in this case, there is a prepayment penalty, but in my experience, I've yet to see one. So just ignore that and let's skip down to projected payments. Now, under projected payments, the borrower can see what their estimated monthly mortgage will be. Now, this includes their principal and interest and anything else they are paying through their escrow account. In this case, they're paying property taxes and homeowners insurance. Now, moving down to cost and closing, this covers the total closing costs associated with this loan and cash to close. Now, the cash to close section is very important for the signing agent because this informs you whether funds are due from the borrower or to the borrower. If funds are due from the borrower, then you are expected to communicate that with the borrower so they can have a cashier's check ready for you the day of the close. Some title companies will not allow the signing to proceed without those funds, so make sure you review your instructions thoroughly. Now, page 2 provides the borrower details with the closing cost. This page will itemize the services and fees associated with the loan. Now, by adding up all of the loan costs and other costs together, that will total the closing cost the borrower paid for the loan. Now, on page 3 at the top, we see calculating cash to close. This shows any changes in funds to close from the initial loan estimate to the final cost. Keep in mind, if completing a refinance loan signing, that page 3 will contain payoff information for debts the borrower is paying off with proceeds from their loan. Then below, it provides us with the summaries of the transaction. On page 4, the lender provides the borrower with some more disclosures. On page 5 at the top, we see loan calculations. Loan calculation gives the borrower some more information on finance charges and total of payments after the life of the loan. Below, we have contact information for the lender, the real estate brokers, and settlement agent. And then at the very bottom, you'll want the borrowers to sign. If there are 2 borrowers, you'll have them both sign. If there are 1, you'll have only 1 sign. Now, onto the settlement statement. The settlement statement will generally be between 1 to 3 pages long. And like I stated earlier, it is very similar to the closing disclosure. The settlement statement itemizes the services and fees associated with the loan. It will have the sale price if a sale, a loan amount under credit if a refinance loan, and other costs such as title costs and recording fees. This is another document you will want to look at to see if the borrower is receiving funds or has to pay. After they review it, they will sign it and date it. Pretty simple. Now, keep in mind that if the borrower at any time asks questions pertaining to the services or fees, you have to direct them to their loan officer. You as the signing agent cannot provide advice or your opinion. Now there you have it, the closing disclosure and settlement statement broken down for you. Now if you're wanting more free information, subscribe below and come visit me at becomeassigningagent.net. Till next time, have a great day.